Hello everyone, welcome to today's show. In front of you, there's Coca-Cola Moon Lucky Moon, which makes people laugh, and then there's Guangzhou Dior Putin Nike, which civilizes the world, and cottage products are coming out all over the place, and it's hard to prevent them. And my friends, consumers, are complaining that Neil's clothes don't stand up to dirt, and that his shoes are too abrasive. TF's lipstick will paint off, and the fakes are of good quality and low price. Why not spend a few tenths of the price to be able to have the same model in order to steal more customers? The cottage manufacturers are also competing fiercely with each other. Who imitates more like better details, better price, better after-sales service, who will be able to lead in the cottage circle? Not just food and clothing. The bold imitators, even cranes are not spared, are used to seeing the sight in the cranes produced by large enterprises such as Zoomlion SANYI Today. We will take a disc of the ancestor of the cottage crane sector, Henan Neihuang cranes in Henan Province, Neihuang County, the East Ring, West Ring, the North Ring. The dozen or so villages on the side of the cottage cranes have patches of the production base of the crane. These randomly erected sheds have no production qualification and no safety guarantee producers in the family unit. Uncles, aunts, sisters, and other people to participate in the sharing of benefits. They posted rental and maintenance signboards, dry assembly of second-hand cranes, and then labeled with a brand name trademark for sale of illegal behavior. In the dense sheds, residential buildings, workers are working feverishly. Some of them are uncles and aunts personally on the battlefield, and some of them are senior technicians buried in research. In their hands is the traditional hammer welding rod cutting machine. Liquefied gas canisters will be scrapped second-hand recycling back to the crane for dismantling deformation of the place, knocking hanging gas part of the respraying transformed parts, imitating the style of the regular brand, reassembled splicing just the right shape of the engine. Hydraulics and other things do not matter, a completed crane neatly parked in the plant waiting for the brand after the price surge. These manufacturers will customize the logo of the brand name, usually Japanese, and some simply copy the original product image, print it themselves, handwrite it, and spray it with gray. These illegal factories don't have a crane manufacturing license, and the reason why they haven't been shut down is because they applied for a machinery maintenance license from the Industry and Commerce Department, and they're just trying to sell a dog for a sheep's head. And there's some even smaller bosses who, in order to save money, rent a factory that has a maintenance qualification and bring together 3 or 5 friends and share the cost with them. They share the cost of converting old cars. The price of a used crane ranges from a few tens of thousands of dollars to hundreds of thousands of dollars, plus the cost of manpower, factory rent. Each shareholder contributes 50 to 100 yuan after 3 months of hard work. The price of a brand new crane, according to the original brand name of Japan, is subject to the control of more than 800 yuan on average. Every sale of cranes, the partners can make a profit of more than 80 yuan. If one person alone investing a lot of costs and at the same time to carry out the reproduction of a few cars, a cycle of millions of dollars of profit is very, very easy. It's very easy. It's not an exaggeration to call Henan Neihuang Crane Factory the mysterious 4th largest factory in China, because these master mechanics come and go without a trace, gently taking away the money from your pocket, but not greedy for a bit of personal mastery. Their sales network spreads all over the country, and even exported through Shanghai, Guangzhou, etc., to developed countries all over the world. Don't look at the old and worn-out cranes, but if they are added to the workers' ingenuity, they will shine for a long time. Workers skillfully welded together components sprayed with a limited amount of paint, a crane lifting capacity of more than 55 tons. As far as lifting is the other end of the items, or the crane, it does not matter. There is a problem is that you did not read the manual or not return to the original factory to give you a new one. Also line, domestic copycat goods repeatedly never end. 1 is the seizure of the supervision is not in place. 2 is the ability of the consumer is not strong enough to distinguish easy to be cheated. But some consumers for the reduce expenditure and deliberately buy. As long as there is a market, there will be production. At the same time, the people of China do not know much about intellectual property rights, brand value and other areas, do not understand how much damage to a brand to carefully researched and developed designs. The appearance of the design is stolen by others from the other hand. On the other hand, to buy raw materials production line after sales, no guarantee of food, clothing, vehicles, paint and so on, is also a kind of infringement of their own health and safety. Well, this program ends for the time being. Our friends who like the program, welcome to pay attention to your support is our greatest motivation.